So I'm asking again, can you please support the grant for the $600,000 so we can give them the resolution so we can receive the money for the kids district?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Trustee.
This grant that has been submitted, do you have paperwork for it?
Of course.
And when will it be dispersed if we pass this resolution?
That's a rhetorical question.
No, it's not rhetorical.
Yes.
When will the money come?
Trustee, we can get back to you on the date the money come, but this is the deadline, so we need to.
So you don't know the anticipation date or when the money?
We need to put the resolution in so we can finish the process.
Okay. The reason I'm asking this, Mayor, is that we have a warrant list that has all this stuff on here, which you're saying that you're getting a grant for stuff that you're already asking us for pay from last warrant list and this warrant list. So if you have an anticipated date of when $600,000 would come, then we wouldn't sit here and be questioning why a resident came up last time and asked who's paying for an ice rink, and then we get invoices that's $105,000. I think I'm fair to ask that question. Do y'all have an anticipated date of when y'all plan to receive the money? Because y'all spending it and it ain't already came. And you sat at another meeting last week that said you was in $4 million worth of debt because somebody promised $5 million and it didn't come through. Promises you don't start spending money before you get it. I just asked the question. Okay. I don't understand why that's so hard.
For the record, you missing my meetings up. I like that you follow me and you're a fan. That's my township meeting.
And I live in the township meeting. If you forgot
that ain't got nothing to do with Dolton board meeting. So but I'm mixing the two.
I live in the township. You commingle money all the time.
Mixing the two up. I was speaking about the township. We're talking about Dolton business.
I'm comparing
so don't mix it up here on
the
board.
You're spending the money before you have it.
Trustee, you're confusing the
I'm not confusing anything.
By saying things like that. They got nothing to do. Okay,
I'm not confusing nobody.
Let me let you finish.
Right. I'm not confusing anybody. And for the record, I live in the township, if you know that, correct?
But for the record, anyway, that over there at the township.
You are saying that if this $600,000 that you went out to get a grant for, when do you expect it to come in? When we have went 2 meetings of paying bills that you've asked us to spend money that we haven't received yet. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. If you was really paying attention and know what we actually got in, I got $1.5 million from the opera fund, right? Then I got another hold on. Then I got another 1.4. I know I got $3 million. So let's get it right when y'all up here talking mess because y'all don't know what you're talking about. So I got $3 million in grant money. Let's be clear. $3 million. So you keep asking where and how. I keep telling you guys, I spend nothing but grant money on projects. I do not spend any money out of the general fund. It comes from all grants. Now, to add to the $3 million I got, I'm getting another $600,000. And y'all fight me. How stupid is that? You fight me over another $600,000? Come on now. I shouldn't have to debate with everybody up here.
Exceeded the $3 million.
No, they have not.
Yes, they have. Like you sit here and say it's $500,000 in legal bills, and with her bills included our bills, the total came up to $297,000. Y'all better get calculators.
And just so y'all know, for the record, I'm gonna hold up the trustee checks too until the bills get paid.
Baby, you can't.
That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. We gonna play that game.
Since we paid,
y'all don't want to pay. Y'all don't want to pay.
We didn't already got paid.
Hold on. When other people come and do work in our village, y'all need to pay them. Do not hold up their money and think you're gonna get it paid to do nothing. So we're gonna do the same thing until you pay them people. Then y'all get y'all check. Moving on. Next on the agenda. Oh, bitch.
She don't have the authority to do that.
Watch me. Watch.
You're not even on the bank account.
So next.
This is our issue, which has come across the board several times now. When you first asked for fireworks, you asked for $5,000 for the fireworks show. We spent $3,000 in June that was paid to Mad Bombers. I requested a copy of donations before anybody says we got donations. We got a $2,000 donation from the Thornton Township, and then $1,000, which I don't know if that was actually for the fireworks from 5 Point Star Concrete. But you went over the $5,000 and spent an additional $3,000. Total bills right now for special events that you spent is $30,000 in 3 months. The spending for these events has become ridiculous. So I feel as a resident that this show, which was a nice show, but of course it did not come in consent with all the additional spending that you made a decision to spend. So I'm asking to remove those items until we can do something about your spending.
Okay, so let's talk about what you just stated. As it relates to anything on this agenda, I always encourage each trustee, y'all know my phone number, you can call and ask questions about anything you have a problem with on this agenda. You guys do not. The people, meaning the residents, is tired of this show here, and they asked us to talk about all this behind closed doors before we get here. But here we are. If y'all would ask me what the issues are or what's the problem as it relates to Mayor Bummer, I would have told you. I did not overspend anything. That's exactly what the board asked of me. And then the only two I got. Was it the third one that you stated?
It was 4 to be exact.
What's the other? The ones that I didn't,
The barricades that you use for blocking off the street and the fireworks signs.
The barricades.
Yes, it was barricades, came 0112592 under special events. The barricades cost $4,711.
$4,000, okay. For the barricades, for blocking off the street. Okay. Well, I wouldn't know how much that really ran. I didn't order it, but it was for an event.
Mayor, that makes it even more uncertain that you don't know the prices of the stuff that you're spending.
I did not know.
Which makes me more uncomfortable with the spending. So that's what I spoke to a couple of my colleagues, fellow trustees, and that was my concern of the things that I had issues with. So that's why I made the motion.
And that's fine. Everybody's entitled to pull something, amend something, or if you have a problem with it. No, I did not know how much the doggone firework signs costed. But if you saying that you want to pull them out, so be it. You have to pay the vendors regardless. So if y'all want to hold them up and don't pay them for a month, go ahead. That vendors actually donated to this event. So for you guys to pull it out is selfish. I don't think y'all look at the residents first. I think y'all think about self first. And I'm telling y'all again, we have the money, and it's not the people's money, it's the vendors' money. So why would you guys not pay it if it's not coming out of their pockets, the residents' pockets? It's coming out of donations, vendors, people that donated to us.
Do we have any receipts of the donations? And
Yes, we do.
how much was the donations, the total?
It can cover what we have.
Do you have the total amount of donations?
It could cover what I have.
Well, you just stated, Mayor, that it's a community event.
It is.
What Trustee Steve just spoke on too was a community event that has not been paid for several months, and directed by Janice Johnson. She was instructed to not pay anything that the trustees vendors put on the warrant list. And then I find it hard to say that you sit here and say this, and you was on Facebook and everywhere else giving out $5,000 checks to businesses that don't even reflect on the warrant list. So if we want to start talking about the accuracy of the warrant list, we should start with everything.
Okay, so let's get that cleared up. Trustee, because you're going to be in trouble for defamation of character. So let's get that clear. Let's get the facts as it relates to the money here at the Village of Dolton.
Because there's a lot of positions that are now being readily available, but other things are being taken away. Just like there's not even a open police list right now to hire 10 people, which you just stated 8, which is not changed, but I don't even see where it says that, we're putting away the money to have it. I'm just asking, because for you to say we're going to pass it on Monday, I don't want you to get Monday and we're in the same situation and you say we didn't talk to you about it, because our concerns have still not been addressed by you. Okay. That's Kiana Trustee Belcher. And nobody's in my ear. We do take consideration for the public because they are listening and we listen. But at the same time, at the end of the day, Kiana Belcher makes the decision for Kiana Belcher, nobody else. Okay. So I'm going to say this because I don't want to go back and forth with anybody on here. Whatever the board decides to do, that's what we will do. As it relates to the budget, if y'all feel y'all want to pass it, don't pass it. At the end of the day, I'm going to do my job as mayor, and I'm letting y'all know that now.
as mayor, I will run this town. I will make decisions that you guys may not see fit for. Call the roll, clerk.
Mayor, you asked for discussion, then I tried to speak and you start talking. So can I?
No, I didn't
something?
start talking.
You
I didn't
did-
hear you
you
say
did.
anything. But if you want to say
I
something,
did.
just ask to be recognized again.
Well, can
If
I
we
be
gonna run this
recognized?
business the way it's supposed to, let's be respectable. Follow Robert rules of order. But go ahead, since you got something to say now.
I do have
Go
something
ahead.
to say. It's an electronic warrant list, electronic. Also, you made it very clear that these have been paid. Last meeting, which I said, and the finance director wasn't here at that time, but I'm so glad she's here now. She stated that we didn't have a credit card anymore because she said the trustees cut it off.
That's
so, oh, okay. So if we don't have, I requested in the email, could we get the final statement? Because if we haven't received the credit card since May of 2023, and she stated that we cut it off, no documentation has showed that it's been cut off. So what card are they using outside of ACH debits?
Okay, before you start, I'm gonna give you the flow. Let's clear some things up. You guys did cut it off.
When?
You guys, hold on, I'm gonna explain it so you'll know. You guys had control of the bank account that Trustee House did illegally, and Clerk Key went illegally and hijacked the bank account for an entire year.
You just stated be respectful to people, not you, Tangenique. I'm talking to the mayor. Be respectful, but Janice Johnson had access to the account. So for mayor, for you to sit there and say only the clerk and Jason House, that's an absolute lie because she cuts the check. So I'm sure she wasn't cutting the check blindly. Also, we have stuff on this list from June. She makes the decisions what checks go out, what y'all tell her to hold and not hold. So that means she had access because we had emails from the bank that showed the people that had access and control, because at some point you guys stopped letting the clerk and Jason House even see what was in the account, and they had to send the information via email. So don't get up here and say nobody had access to the account, because Janice Johnson, and I'm sure the finance director Tangenique, had access. Nevertheless, I just want to be very clear, because I requested, if you're saying that it was canceled, show us the June statement that was canceled.
All right, here we go. Also too, y'all know I'm the receipts lady, right? I always got paper trail for all of them. They were saying that they credit card that we line. Here's the proof right here, an email stating that they canceled the doggone credit card
Well, send it
from
to
the
us
bank.
so
Don't
we
worry
can
about, I'm gonna
see
give
it.
it to all y'all, including the public. But my point to y'all is stop believing the lies. They lie so much up here. It don't make no sense. Like I said, every night I gotta prove my love. Every night I gotta show y'all what it is. It's sad. They lie because they can't beat me. I keep telling you, they trying to run a campaign on lies. Ain't gonna get you nowhere. Nowhere. Next on the agenda is new business.
Yes, can I be recognized?
Go ahead.
Okay, for one, I don't understand how it's new business and you keep putting it on the agenda every period. So I'm going to ask the attorney and refer to the attorney. At what point, if it keeps voting down, is there something that says it cannot go
Nope,
on?
I'm gonna put it up on the agenda every board.
Okay,
meeting.
I asked the attorney. I asked the attorney.
And I just answered.
Okay, so then my next thing is, because she sit here and tell these lies to say that we are paying an attorney. She has not paid the attorney. She wants total control. So she thinks that she's the only person that can have an attorney. And then we have no legal representation that's for the board. If you look at the budget for anybody that was here during the time when they had a fictitious town hall meeting, which if that's what they call it, it says $455,000 was spent in actuals for legal counsel. $432,000 of that went to Delgado. So when people sit here and they sit there and talk about what they got receipts for, what they don't have receipts for, she has not paid Bert Oderson. So as long as Bert Oderson, McGrath, or anybody else want to give us free legal advice at this point, pending payment, we're going to accept it. So you can put it on there every meeting until one of us is absent, 2, 3, 4 of us is absent, but you're not going to sit here and keep trying to control the situation where your attorney, because he made it perfectly clear he worked for you, he don't work for us. We didn't hire him as corporate counsel. We hired Delgado firm as the prosecuting counsel. So technically, we don't even have corporate counsel. But for you to sit here and keep lying, saying that we are paying somebody that you know has no check has been cut, you need to stop. It's ridiculous. And you sit here and talk about, I did this, I did that. They lied. She sat here and just pulled up a piece of paper. If you got something that said that it canceled it, and I'm sure all of y'all, including you, was on the email, we requested it, why wouldn't you give it to us? But you say we sit here and wait till we get here to ask the question. If she had something, she should have sent it to us. Then we wouldn't even have a discussion. But for you to sit here and keep sitting lying, talking about somebody, first, we can go back, pull the meetings up because she good for pulling them up. First, she said we paid them $600,000. Then we paid them almost $1 million. But if you look at the actuals, only $455,000 been spent in legal costs, and most of it went to Delgado. So who lying?
All right, you finished? All right, go ahead, Tanjani.
Oldison was not budgeted for in the budget.
Thank you.
Legal counsel did not have no description
you out
of who
order.
it is.
Let her
so
finish.
Oldison was.
You see how
so
she
you
was
a liar
quiet and heard
too.
you got to be quiet.
You a liar
Trustee
too.
House and asked him on what page was Oldison budgeted for. I still have
Legal expense.
Trustee, let her finish. You see how we be quiet and let you do your little rant? Be quiet.
We have to look at security, and we can't have a security breach. So that's all I have to say. Love y'all.
Okay. Ontario, can you mute your mic?
Muted.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Just one comment. Can I be recognized? And it's going to be very brief.
Sure, go ahead.
I think that even when Trustee Holmes just made a statement, this directive is not to say don't protect you, is how long this is supposed to continue to go on. And even if it's a conversation that we have outside of here or, within the meeting or whatever, it's still going to be a financial burden. Yes, we're not putting a price tag on anybody's life. So I don't want nobody to go around start saying I'm all about, making sure, but it has to be at some point when we're looking at the numbers and seeing how much it's costing us. And at the same time, that one body that's sitting over there at someone's house, not even talking about your protection, could be out securing the streets, as Trustee Holmes just said. It's shooting going on, police are getting killed. That's absolutely correct. So we still have to protect the village also. So no one never said don't give her the protection, but how long does it supposed to continue to go on?
Okay, so
Thank you.
With that being said, Trustee, I was saying that in the past, the mayor had security for 4 years. 4 years. So now that I'm actually threatened, no one wants to give me the same due process that the previous administration had. It was all in the budget. Because at the end of the day, we humans before anything. I'm a human being before anything. These are titles. These are borrowed seats. It comes and goes. So for you guys not to take that into consideration, that's bothersome.
Okay. May I be recognized?
Trustee? Yeah, I will. 1 second. And what I'm even bothered about, you could keep saying you didn't have malicious intent. The reason why I say that, because you did. You went on up to my house, to my property, on my land, and my residents had to check you. My residents. Because you was being malicious.
I never went to your house, so that's a lie. Here you go lying.
They got it on tape.
I went to your neighbors when I took the picture when she asked me what was I doing.
Making videos,
no lying again.
Malicious
Once
intent.
again,
So
that
I ain't
wasn't
gonna go
malicious
into
intent.
detail.
Those are my.
Go ahead. Let me let you get it out.
Yes, those are my tax dollars. It's not malicious intent for me to go anywhere and take a picture and talk to whoever I want to. I'm an elected official just like you are. So if I see two people, two police officers, two patrolmen with barricades on a block, I got the right to go any place I want to go. So it's not malicious intent. I had the right to go there. I didn't come to your house. I didn't knock on your door. I didn't take no picture of your house. I talked to your neighbor. So if you want to start telling these things, make sure you tell the absolute truth. If it wasn't for privacy, I would state what her name is. So make sure when you start telling this stuff, tell it absolutely the way it happened. So when you go look at your Ring doorbell or anything else, I was never on your property. I was at the corner of the block where the barricades were and where the officers were. And I can tell you which each officer was. So please stop telling untruthful things to make it sound like you got all this stuff going on when you're in the wrong sometimes.
Mayor, if I can be recognized, please.
Yes, 1 second. Let me respond to Trustee Belcher. So for the record, you was over there on BS. You was over there doing malicious intent. I was at an event giving out book bags and uniforms, and you took it upon yourself to go on my block to do what you thought you was going to do. The resident stopped you and confronted you. This is what I'm saying. The board don't know. They don't know everything.
Here you go lying again because ain't nobody stopped me. Here you go lying again.
I ain't gotta lie. I ain't gotta lie.
You are a liar. So why you talking about somebody on BS? You a liar.
Point of order. Thank you.
Ain't no order. You don't have no order. Stop lying so much. You a liar.
Trustee, you finished? Then I cried and I let you talk.
Doorbell. If you said I went to your house, pull your ring doorbell.
Okay, you finished.
Because you a liar. Stop lying.
Basically, I'm putting it out there. So you was doing.
If you gonna put it out there, put the truth out there.
I am putting the truth out there. If you
no, you're not.
I am because people don't know this.
You're a liar. You are a habitual liar.
Trustee, people don't know this. They think that you do this.
I don't care what they know. I went over there. I never said I didn't go.
All right, we moving on. I think people got the point and the gist of it. So everybody knows that. The police department knows it as well when it did happen. So I just want it to be on record, Clerk Key, what Trustee Belcher was alluding to or what she was trying to attempt to do.
And make it on record that she's a liar too. Put that on record too, that she's a liar.
Moving on. Go ahead, Trustee House. You have the floor.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I think obviously safety is paramount.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Trustee Belcher. We didn't catch it. Trustee Belcher?
That I have no comment.
Okay, so you have no reasons for why so you're in agreement with what he's proposing?
I am in agreement with what Trustee House is amendments.
Okay, so do you want to get explanation to the residents of why you agree with it?
No, I don't.
All right. Next, Trustee House. If you guys' mind is made up and you feel that this is something you want to do, let's move forward and keep it moving. I don't want to prolong the meeting any longer because we're at the end. So I still stand the same way I have before. I'm a single mom. You all know that, with a 2-year-old daughter. So for you all to even think or consider removing something like that from myself that's given to everyone in the nation as relates to when you're in politics, it comes with the title. It ain't nothing that I just made up and got. So you guys know about the threats, you know about everything, and y'all broadcast everything here to the public, the last board meeting, and what you think happened after that. So all I'm saying to you is that y'all should take that consideration. And for you to be a woman yourself, Trustee Belcher, it's a shame for you to even try to go this route. So I guess everybody mad. Hold on. I guess everybody upset because I didn't pay for you guys' hotel rooms. So I guess this is your way of trying to get back at me over police detail, which I feel is petty. I do feel that that's beneath you guys, and I'm not going to stoop to the level because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I need to do because I'm going to protect myself and my daughter, which is my family, that you guys are putting at stake by putting on this clown show as it relates to my safety. I don't appreciate it. I said that before. I'm going to say it again. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. So I just pray that nothing happens. I'm going to move this forward to Chief Collins real quick. He's going to make his statement. We'll make all our statements for the record. Then y'all can make y'all vote.
Whatever the case may be, we're voting to stop the 24-hour direct police directive or detail, or however you want to say it. We could have took it into executive session because I don't think anybody wanted not to let you have it. It was the matter of how much it's costing, and you have one police officer sitting on your house. So while you were, saying everything you had to say, if it went into the executive session, we could have got all the votes of what we were actually trying to do. But you do whatever you want, as you always do, Mayor.
And I will. So, I'm going to protect myself and my child. So whatever you decide to do here, go right ahead. And as it relates to 24 protection, I do not have 24 protection. That's
why are you so concerned about my security detail that you guys got me happen to have, because all y'all mess that y'all created. Let's be crystal clear about that. So stop with the drama. Like, I'm over it. Y'all have no idea the things y'all created with just lies. I'm a single Black woman. So you better miss me with that. Stop with my security detail stuff. It's in the CBA. Read your stuff. I'm sick and tired of coming here. I have to prove myself to people like you that don't even know what to do with it. If you want to run against me, you run in 2025, but you don't put my safety in jeopardy. Let's be clear. I'm not going to keep playing with y'all. So talk about something else. Sick of this. You sitting here bank rubbing the town. That's what y'all doing, bank rubbing the town. Because y'all cut all this stuff with no focus, no direction, no vision, no answers, no questions. Y'all just came and did it because y'all felt like it. That ain't how y'all run government. That's why y'all don't need to be in y'all seats. Because y'all didn't get the right advice. He asked you, clear as day. Who told y'all this?
We asked
Where
him
you get it
stuff and
from?
he ain't gave
Hold
us
on,
no
trustee.
answer.
You out of line. And y'all had no answer. But yeah, y'all keep coming up here putting on this show. But you putting the people in harm's way. Stop it. Whatever our fights are is our fights. Whatever we gonna do, we gonna do. But stop neglecting the people. Stop. I didn't run to neglect people. I ran to help them. Trustee House. How you run on my ticket, follow my vision, then get here at a board meeting and then want to take a person out. That's sickening. You played it. Shame on you. If you wanted to see, you should have ran against me, but you didn't. But now you got to create chaos to think you're going to win something that you ain't going to win. Stop. But what I will not do, and I'm not up here, is put my safety in jeopardy. I'm not. So stop trying to pick something to sit here and catapult you to something that you would never be. Stop. I'm sick of it. And for those women that's right here with you sitting back watching the nutball stuff, y'all should be ashamed of yourself because I am you. But y'all sit back and do this little show like we ain't people. I'm a human being before anything. Stop. You too?
Oh, you want my response?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. So this is where I'm confused at, because we just had a vote that you sat there and went through all this stuff. So, oh, they cutting this, they cutting this, they cutting that. Then the next one, you want us to raise the taxes. I'm so confused right now, because if we didn't make those cuts, then this tax would have to take place to fund your luxurious lifestyle now.
Okay, pause.
You asked me to comment.
Go ahead.
I will not support a tax increase right now. That's why the budget, who y'all say whoever helped us, who didn't help us, or whatever, those items was cut for service. And it's funny how someone sits here and be like, oh, this maintenance that we should think about that. We got $42,000 worth of lease payments of new cars. They better not need no maintenance right now. So it behooves me that you try to keep doing this back and forth, then keep with the inflation. Everybody knows it's inflation, but everybody knows that when inflation comes, there's a way of budgeting, cutting back on things, not sitting here and say, I'm going to still do what I want to do. I'm going to double it next month. Oh, taxpayers, give me y'all money. I'm not supporting it. Are you finished with me?
Are you done? I just want to make sure you're done so I don't interrupt you so you can hear me when I speak to you. Are you done, trustee? Okay. So, as I always state, you guys put on this show. Y'all talk about what y'all ain't done, how y'all been at board meetings, and, we never raised your taxes. It's the mayor. It's the mayor. It's not the mayor. It's the board of trustees.
Let's call the roll.
Excuse me, Mayor. Just so I can be correct, since we're about transparency, I asked Janice Johnson to pull all of 592, which is special events, because in the budget, you allotted for $30,000. I received the report today, so I came with receipts, and this does not even include the media. You have spent $30,881.80. So I don't want anybody to say that somebody is giving fake numbers unless that means one of the employees is giving it, because I asked this because you always say contact the people so we can get the information. And that's what I did before I came here, so I can make sure that I had accurate information.
Okay, and that's fine. I don't mind any of you talking to any of the department heads. Let's get that clear. But what I will say to you is I know what I spent, and I know I did not spend no $30,000. So if you keep saying I spent $30,000, so be it.
So if
I said for that one item, I did not.
You didn't know how it was, so you don't know how much.
Trustee, if I just said I don't know how much they spent on a banner for outside, I didn't. I don't gotta lie about that. I didn't know what they spent $100. They spent $200. It's a banner. It's for advertisement for outdoors. So what I'm saying to you is that if you ever have a problem with something, instead of grandstanding, you can call my phone and say,
I'm not
Mayor,
grandstanding.
I went to the appropriate person. Hold on, Trustee. Can I finish? Thank you. So if you have a problem with anything, you can come and talk to me, just like anybody else up here. So we don't have to do this for the public. The public said they was tired of this. You ran with me on my ticket. And what did they tell us? Don't do this. And what are you doing? You're doing this.
wanted honesty.
So what I'm saying to you is let's move forward now. Whatever, trustee, you are out of order. You do not have the floor. Trustee, you don't have the floor. Thank you. Yes, you are. Learn your Robert Rules of Order. You out of order. So now that I have the floor, I would like to move forward. You guys made up your mind on the items you want to take out. You will have to pay the vendors. They did do the work. So let's move forward on the vote. Clerk Key, if you would call the roll. Thank you.
Sure.
That's
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Holmes.
No, you're being rude. You out of order.
All right.
Go ahead.
As a citizen, I'm a taxpayer, and those that elected me, I'm an elected official. I take into consideration everything everybody comes up here and say, whether it's my facial expressions, whether it's the way I respond. I took an oath on May 8th to say I would do what I was elected to do. As a person, a trustee, I'm still human. Y'all sit here, and I'm just saying this in general, y'all talk about what we have to do. Everybody up here, the mayor included, nobody is putting face on the fact that when we're disrespected, it's human nature. You respond back to disrespects. It goes both ways. So when people say, can y'all work together? We done sat with preachers. We done sat with that. Just you call my phone. Call my phone when you do this. Call my phone when you do that. At the same time, if you want our vote, you should be able to reach out to us. This is a two-way street on every accord. At the end of the day, yes, it hurts everybody. But at the same time, when we sitting here and we get something on Friday evening at 6:00 and you want us to vote for $3 million worth of bills, we have the right to look over it because it's a nice ice arena out there. But if we ain't got no water, it ain't gonna mean nothing. So I don't understand why people sit up here and complain. All we're doing is protecting the finances of the village. She has wonderful ideas. Nobody has never discredited her ideas, but it's checks and balances to everything. It's a process. If it was a one-man show, then what y'all elect us for? We should even be here. She should just come in and she say, oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Oh, the meeting is over and let's go. And I'm speaking as citizens address right now. So I want this included. So ain't nobody up here to fight nobody. Nobody has personal agendas. I have nothing personal against Tiffany Aisha Hinyard coming from Kiana Lachey Belcher. This is all about what I was elected to do. Thank you.
All right.